What time is
It's right now.
it? Right now. Live on Right Now Radio. You know what time it is. First thing first, Right Now Radio episode 6. And Miss Jesca Khembro. She's from Technically Speaking. She's an IT professional, entrepreneur, and she owns a food truck. And you know what? Oh, swag. Oh, okay, here we go. So, man, so tell us real quick. What's the name of your food truck? And where can we find your signature dish? I haven't tried the recipe yet, but let us know about that.
Well, starting off, right? My food truck is, going under some redevelopment. We're trying to rebrand ourselves, right?
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
so so it's nothing to where, you can pull up right now. It is a little out of commission. However, I do have recipes and stuff online. My main thing that I'm doing this year that I really want to make sure that I accomplish is the tech, right? I'm trying to get these Black folks making money through technology.
Hmm.
My whole goal, my whole purpose, again, this year and for the past few years, have been doing nothing but giving Black folks access to information that'll change their lives.
What
And
kind of
for
information?
me, in my niche, yes, my niche is technical knowledge, right? I want to teach people how to use technology and increase their income so they can do whatever they want in their lives, whether that is to start a food truck, or maybe it is to just get a house or pay
Uh-huh.
your credit card bills off. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. So I did a lot of reading, a lot of studying on your background. See, you specialize in Cisco networking and blockchain as well. You know what? And I would like to know more information about what is blockchain.
Yes, yes. So, blockchain is basically just a decentralized technology. And what it really, at its core, what it is it's a distributed ledger. Okay. And this ledger, think of it as just like a sign in sheet. Like if you want to go to like the dentist or the doctor, you would go to the receptionist and you'll put your name down and sign in with your time. So, that exactly what blockchain is. It's a ledger, but it's decentralized. It is distributed, which means that that ledger that you just put your name on and that time that you came in the office, it's
Wow.
now every doctor's office have it. Everyone has, not even just a doctor's office. Everyone has this, that they know that you went to the doctor on Tuesday at 11 p.m. Right. So
Yeah.
it's basically putting your information out there in the open. Why do we want that? Because we want to be able to have trust. We want to be able to, instead of going through all the checks and balances and the third party to tell you if you should trust somebody or not, we can just see it right here if you are telling the truth or not. So you can think of it in many different ways of how it may be good, it may be bad for your situation. But a simple thing about it is it's all about transparency. And that's what we want in this world today is transparency.
Exactly. We sure do. So tell us like what are some of the other ways that blockchain would be beneficial to different organizations? And also what type of jobs are available in blockchain?
Okay, great question.
Absolutely.
So, first and foremost, right, we can just do like a basic, everyone uses this type of example for blockchain as far as real life use cases. So,
Hmm.
let's say you are very health conscious and you shop at Whole Foods. So, of
Hmm.
course, you like to buy foods that are organic, foods that come from like cage free eggs, things and that such, right?
Right.
So, you would go to Whole Foods and a package that says organic, you would want to get it because it says that. That's why you pay that extra $2 to $3 on the product. Now, unbeknownst to you, organic is a bought label. It doesn't mean that it's truly organic. It just means that that company had enough money to pay for an organic label so you can give them more money, right?
Right.
So, right there, you're being deceived and you're trying to do your due diligence for your health. But again, you're being deceived by the community of that product or whoever, that company, I would say. So, what blockchain will do in a real case is it will allow the food supply to actually have transparency in where that those eggs came from, the chicken came from, the lettuce came from. Because now I can actually see that that lettuce did come from a local farm. That honey is actually true unfiltered honey. Our coconut oil is actually real and unfiltered. It didn't go through all these processes, all these labs, these genetic modified organisms to create something that's not even real and bad for our bodies. So again, one big use case, and it's already been implemented. Walmart even starting to use it, which is showing that, hey, these eggs actually did come from Argentina, and they came from Argentina. They stopped in California, got transferred from California, came to Colorado, and now they're in Whole Foods, and I can actually buy it because, I see where the path of it is. Now, right now, we don't know where our eggs come from. They say that it's
Oh,
cage free, but are they really cage free? Right? We
I have
know
no
that things
idea. I
but are
honestly
they
have
really?
no idea if if a chicken hatched that egg the night before or not. I don't know.
Exactly, exactly. You do not know. And they're gonna tell you whatever they can tell you. Like, the FDA actually says that, what? You can buy an organic label. Or even for a good example, like peanut butter. Peanut butter can have insects in it. It is actually approved by the FDA to have bugs and insects in our peanut butter. So
Wow.
why do we want that? If you don't want that, you should be able to have the choice to not buy that. And
Backing up real
unfortunately,
quick. Backing up real
yeah.
quick. So you mean that's FDA approved?
Oh, yes, yes, definitely look it up. That's why I encourage people to make their own peanut butter or make their own nut butter, like cashew butter, walnut butter, because the government allows our
Oh,
peanut butter, our creamy peanut butter, our crunchy peanut butter, organic peanut butter, all of that to actually have insects in it. Because again, it's all mass produced. So ants get in it, roaches get in it, rodents get in it. And honestly, they cannot have quality for all of that because again it's mass production. They're trying to make the money. That's why your peanut butter probably costs $2 because it has rodent pellets.
no, no, stop. I don't think I ever
That
looked
is
at peanut butter
true.
the same. I'm actually allergic to peanut butter anyway, but still.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a funny that allergy for me. It tastes good, but it just don't agree with my stomach. Been
Mm.
like this since I was like 9 years old when I really noticed it. I got sick at school one time. So yeah.
Oh, wow.
So that's that's how I found out with that. So
Mm.
too, I see that you really earned your certifications, but starting fresh with no IT background. How'd you accomplish that? Did you actually take any I don't know, any class in high school or college in IT? I mean,
Oh,
if
no, no, no.
if so, what was your major?
So yeah, so basically, I long story short, I tried to go to college. It didn't work out for me. I went for probably about 3 to 6 months, and it was just a no-go. I had to work a lot. I was working and going to school, and I just didn't have that aptitude to actually do both. So I just
Hmm.
quit school, and honestly, I felt because I went to culinary school. So honestly, I felt that I don't really need a culinary degree to do what I want in life, which is have a food truck, own a restaurant. Everyone that I know that own a restaurant did not go to culinary school. So I just figured I'd save myself a couple, $1,000 to, do it the way that I see that my mentors are doing.
Wow.
And I actually did. I went into business for myself, got my LLC, did my food stuff. However, I got into debt, because I didn't understand financial literacy. I just went and jumped and, got myself in business and realized that it requires money.
So like I say, you found your own niche there. You found your own niche and create another avenue for you to reach your culinary skills, and you ventured into IT. I think that's very powerful. Of course, I'm a college graduate. I earned my master's, but I applaud everybody from different backgrounds and ways they achieve their goals because there's so many ways you can do it. And I just let everybody know, don't just not do anything. You can't just do nothing. There's so many opportunities out here. You have to just take them. Just go, just grab it. You have to. Just get it. Like Nike said, just do
Exactly. That's
it.
exactly what you have to do. You cannot be scared. You
Yeah,
cannot be worried about the next person, worried about your neighbor. What I love adversity because I feel like it definitely builds character. You
it
have to
does.
go through stuff in
Find out
order
what
to
you made
get
of.
to where you need to get to.
Yeah, you really find out what you made of. And without that, we would never be in the position that we are today. So, teaching people this valuable information on how to get into culinary school, you know what? And I love cooking and grilling myself. I gave it some thought. I just never put it out there. You make me want to get a food truck, by the way.
Right.
But tell us, how did you triple your income so fast while still working your full-time job?
Well, I tripled my
I'm about to
income.
say, like, what strategies did you use to do that?
Yeah, well, I tripled my income within my full-time job. So what I literally did was I took I wouldn't say a pay cut, but I ended up actually, well, let's just go back. I worked for various different types of jobs. I worked at Chipotle, I worked at Benihana, I worked at, for Netflix, for Apple, and these are call center places. Like, I worked at food places and call center places. And again, just like a regular, like what we do in our community, we work customer service jobs. And that's exactly what I did. So at this time, I really wasn't making no more than $15 an hour. So I ended up, going on Craigslist and Indeed and seeing a job that said, hey, we will teach you on how to become a network engineer for $20 an hour. And at that time, $20 an hour seemed like six figures.
Did.
So I was like, oh, yes,
I
I
know
want
it
$20 an hour.
did.
So I
Yeah.
went and I went and they taught me some stuff, but I honestly wasn't able to complete the program at the first part because it was so much information. It was like, I don't know, tech, like I'm an arts person. Like, my childhood, I was in dance school, I was in performing arts school. I did all type of art stuff. Like I was in band, I was in chorus. Like I
Mhm.
wanted to be Broadway growing up. I wanted to do Broadway. So
I can see
me
that.
going into tech was just like, oh, like, why am I doing this? I am not a numbers person. This is like Chinese. But again, I
Yeah.
had a goal, and my goal was to get my food truck.
Wow.
So that was all my mission. And
Very
it
determined.
really wasn't just the food truck, it was getting out of debt to get back to my food truck.
Mm.
My goal wasn't to get the money. My goal was to get money for food. The goal was to get the money to stop these credit card payments and stop having to worry about where the money's going to come from. So I
Yeah.
went ahead
So,
and went to the program, but I wasn't able to make it the program the first time. And what they did was they gave me a deal and they said, hey, if you can get certified, then we'll bring you back into the program. And what I did was I spent every single day studying for the certification. Now I did not know what this cert was about. I was honestly Googling like what it was called the CCNA, Cisco
yeah.
Networking,
Mhm.
associate.
I have the same certification. I had a chance to teach,
Oh,
teach
yes,
this
yes,
class.
yes.
Yeah. I taught that class
Listen, it was
at the college.
hard. I'm
Oh,
just
I
like
know.
routing protocols, IP addresses,
Get out of here,
OSPF. I'm like,
man.
I don't know.
Subnetting. How about subnetting? You talking about numbers?
Oh my subnetting. Oh my goodness.
I was like,
Let's not.
listen, no. Look, I don't have a problem with rounding numbers, but you go with fractions and all the division. But I found a nice cheat sheet, and I gave all my students that too.
Yes, yes. I'm
They
gonna
made it
probably
a
hit
lot
you up
easier.
with that cheat sheet because I'm
Yeah,
still trying to teach my students a better way
I
to do
got you.
subnet.
I got you. I got you. Don't worry. But yeah, now I'm telling you now, I took that exam 3 times before I passed it. I mean, I was frustrated along the way. I thought about going to something else a couple times. Like, dude, come on, man. And the test not cheap.
Listen,
The test is
listen,
it
I'm
says
not gonna lie.
$300 a pop.
I studied that thing for 8 hours,
Yeah.
7 days a week, 30 days. And
It
after 30 days, I took the exam and I passed it first time.
I'm telling you now, it became a part of my life. I was studying, at the job, at home, before I go to bed at night.
Listen, I was
It's
talking
like
like TCP, UDP,
I
like
did too. I did too. I was like, man, you know what, man? Like,
I'm like dynamic
what's
link
become of me?
state.
What's become of me? Like, really? This is all I do now.
Yes, yes,
What's
yes.
wrong with
Like
me?
I was communicating the way I was communicating in a Cisco networking way. Like everything that came out my mouth was like correlating to something that was routing or like, oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
like broadcasting. That's like unicast.
You try to compare everything to CCNA. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? You just like, man, and I'm pretty sure, man, I probably scared a few dates away with that mess.
Yeah. Listen. All I knew was CCNA. Okay, that's all I knew, and that's all I knew how to talk. So
Man, so man,
no.
and also, another high point for you, and congrats to everything you're doing, is that you made over, that's right, you know what I'm saying? You made about over 60K and some of your side hustles. what are some of the best side hustles in this IT field? I know web design is a big one because I design websites myself. But guys, what are some other good side hustles that one can use along with their full-time job?
Yes. So when I say increase your income through technology, that literally means using technology, even in a simple form. So right here, we have an Apple phone.
Okay,
That's technology.
there we
So you
go.
know what I did?
What you
I
do?
did gigs. I did Uber, Lyft, Grubhub, Instacart, pet sitting. I did any app that I could download and make money from. That's exactly what I did just from this phone. And I use my car sometimes, and sometimes I didn't have to. Sometimes it would come to me. And then I learned other things on how to utilize my skill sets that I actually have and was learning, which was I do networking. So I put myself on Fiverr, on Upwork, on these things to where, hey, I can at least build you a Wix website or a Shopify website, And then that got me to building my own site to where I'm doing drop shipping. And then I learned about affiliate
Hmm.
marketing. And then I started trading. Like I literally just
What type of marketing is
utilized
that? Now, what type of marketing is that?
affiliate marketing.
Affiliate. Okay, affiliate.
Don't sleep on affiliate marketing now. You can get paid just by saying, "Hey, I bought this here. You want to hear the link to buy it too."
Really, that's it. That's all there
That's
is to
it.
it.
20%. That is the standard commission. So imagine 20% off $100. Imagine 20% off $1,000.
Right.
Imagine every day you make 20% off of a $50 product. And all you're doing is just saying, "Hey, I have this product. Would you like it too? Here's the link to it." That
Man, so you pretty much giving like her reviews on affiliate market, right?
Oh yeah, affiliate marketing is I love it. Okay, like literally, like there's products right now that I used to use, but I don't no longer because I just use other products, and they're still giving me the affiliates off of that because people are just clicking the link, and these are products that I actually stand by. These are products that I've used myself. So I mean, we're giving people free marketing anyway. Like I just showed you guys an Apple phone. That's free promotion. They need to pay me for this promotion.
Man, that's awesome.
you know,
Man.
that's
So
affiliate.
it is pretty much. I was gonna ask, man. Oh, I know. So with Upwork, I'm familiar with Upwork. That's when you pretty much get hired to take part in different projects, right? Somebody need a
Yeah.
website done. Somebody
All
even
type
need
of stuff. Mobile app development.
mobile
I've
app
got so
development.
many clients that I've helped with their
That's
mobile apps.
that's a
I've
big
done web scraping. I've done
web
so many like
scraping.
little tasks for
What is web scraping, by the way? How does that work?
so for an example, like for my client wants restaurants. They want all the restaurants in United States. And specifically, let's say they want restaurants in Atlanta, Georgia. So what
Hmm.
I would do is I would use a code to scrape the internet with all the restaurants that are registered in Atlanta, Georgia. And I will put that code will consolidate that all in one list on like an Excel spreadsheet, and then I could just email that Excel spreadsheet to my client.
Man,
That's what's grouping.
that is awesome. And I know Upwork. What's the other called? Fiverr.
hmm
That's a FIBR, right?
Yeah, SFIVERR. Yeah.
Okay, okay. And that's the word the same way as Upwork.
Yep, yep, yep. Same exact way. So I do both. I double dip.
And look at you. And I encourage everybody to do so because see, also too, with your training. Do you have a YouTube channel by any chance? I'm sure you
Yes,
do. I'm
yes.
pretty
I
sure
have a
you do.
YouTube channel. It is Technically Speaking.
Yeah, exactly. You
Okay.
see it in the background. Y'all see
Yes.
what's going on. Okay.
Technically it's spelled technically, right? I
I'm
want
about
it
to
to
make
be a
a
little
copy.
different. I
Yeah.
want it to be, a little unique.
Mhm. How we
So that's
stand out.
why we got technically.
That is how we stand out. But tell us, like, since you very you know what I say, you have a very unique style about yourself, very great sense of humor, and like I said, what are some of the challenges that you've experienced with being unapologetically you in this industry?
One, I'm black, right? So automatically they're like, no. Two, I'm a woman, right? So and then I have locks,
Uh-huh.
and my tattoos, as you guys can see, I have some on my
That
face. Probably can't see that, but
oh, you
yes,
do?
I am
Oh,
tatted from my face down to my toes. Okay.
Wow.
And it's been this way since I was 18, 19.
18.
Disclaimer, I ended up buying a tat machine, like a tat kit on Amazon, and it was all she wrote. And I just went in on my whole body. So,
You did?
that, yeah, well, I did 80% of my own, 85% of my own tattoos. I didn't do my face and I didn't do my neck, but I did like my chest and I did my arms and my thighs and my legs.
Wow. Man, I see, man. So,
But the challenges is regular challenges that you face in the world, but the thing about me though is I would say I'm a type of person that enjoys to learn, right? And I enjoy to share what I've learned. So when people see me, of course they judge a book by its cover, but the
yeah,
minute I speak, it's like,
you're like,
oh, she's
oh.
not a normal beep.
So I mean, speaking of that, when people judge a book by its cover, have you ever noticed somebody that being withdrawn to talk to you because of that, because of your tattoos?
Oh,
So
oh, yes, yes. What a lot of people think that before they even meet me, they think that I'm mean. They think that I'm like, I've been to jail, like so many things. They really be like, no, we don't even care,
and one
and
of the
that's
ways
fine.
I think one of the ways you probably overcome that hurdle, by by speaking, with confidence, and then that alone shows your intelligence. And then once they see
Yes.
some of your skills and many things you're good at, it's like, you know what? I like her. She's good, right?
Yes, yes. There's billions of people out in this world. I'm not going to, have low self-esteem because one person looks at me and says, I don't like what you look like. Like, come on now. First of all, I am a millennial, right? I was born in the 90s. I'm a Black woman. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia.
Hmm.
So, I mean, people who
Sure.
judge, it's just like, okay, and like you're missing out, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Right. I mean, like I said, I'm
So
the
I was born
same.
in the culture, right? I grew up in being cultured. So, nothing honestly.
What part of Atlanta did you grow up in?
West Side.
West Side. Well, it's coincidence. I'm from West Montgomery, Alabama here.
Oh,
Like I said,
okay.
that's
We
where I live
neighbors.
now. Yeah. So we can relate on that part right there.
Yep, yep, yep.
Yeah. So I mean, I would also say this too. What would be what would you say would be your best and worst job that you've had in the IT industry?
Oh, in IT. The worst job was, I would say, where I got hired and they literally just threw me in the wolves. Like I got hired as a network engineer. But my position was a senior network engineer. So meaning I literally had to manage like tier one engineers. So this was my first time ever doing it. And I don't mind the challenge, but the manager that I had to report to, the manager actually hired me, he did not want to speak with me. And I'm just like, well, why?
I
He
wonder
were
why.
gone. He wouldn't answer my emails, my chats. I even would call him on his phone and say, dude, I need help. And you would think that, you would help your team and stuff. Or
Yeah.
at least if you don't like that person, you would replace them. No, he kept me on for a whole year and ignored me. So I literally had to just figure out, like, I was literally like the director of IT because people were coming to me because I'm the senior and they were asking me questions that I just did not have the answer to. So I literally had to learn how to find the answer. Like I had to discover
Find
the
information.
the company SharePoint and be like,
Thank
okay,
you. Do
so
that.
they're asking me this. I'm over here doing discovery, trying to figure out what devices connect to what, and he should be here to help me because he's the one. He's low key the architect.
You
So
know
it
one thing
was
I've
just
discovered. I
yeah.
discovered that anytime some of the older members of the organization, when they meet young talent like ourselves, they become afraid that we will outshine them. That just a known that I had to wrap my mind around. You know,
Listen, well, I outshined him then because
yeah,
he
because
was
you know what?
MIA.
Yeah, because I'm telling you, because like I'm coming in just thinking about, doing a good job and staying there a long time and doing well. All right. I'm not necessarily trying to comfort anybody, but it's in their mind, it's competition. That's what I had to learn about this industry. I had
Yes,
to learn how to handle that. I did. I had to learn how to say, okay, you gotta learn like number one, how to find information, if how to guide, SharePoint, any books you get your hand on, and find somebody you can trust in, in the organization, whether it be a coworker, and maybe somebody from another department. Try to, so try to get to know them, hang out with them, see the information. Somebody who kind of mentor you in a way, just a friend. We all need that person. We all need that. I try to be that person to many people as I can be too.
Correct. That's why I started Technically Speaking, because I wanted to give these folks, give specifically Black people access to information, and specifically access to technology, to where it's like we're on our phone all the time. We're on TikTok, we're on Instagram, we're on Shade Room, Baller Alert. Why all that time that we're spending on the phone, we could be literally making money. We do not have to leave our bed. We do not have to leave our house to make money from this $1,200 device. Like,
You know what?
come
I'm
on,
glad you said
guys.
that too. I just met a guy last week. I went to the NCAA tournament in Birmingham, March Madness. I met a guy who was he's actually famous on TikTok. His channel has over 12 million subscribers, and he's made twice that in income. All right, just doing home funny videos on TikTok. Yeah,
That part too.
and he said that's all he does now.
Mm-hmm.
He's at home, he
But
play
what
kids.
I want to educate the people in, it's good to be in entertainment, but what happens when they take away YouTube? What happens when they start charging for Facebook? What
Ooh,
happens when they take away these platforms that are not yours to begin with? Then where do you make your money? So use it to make money, but funnel that money into some real assets. So when they take this away, you're not like, dang, they took away my source of income. They took away how I communicate with the people.
yeah.
Like, that's great and dandy for entertainment, but we got to be smarter than that, because they're smarter than that. Why can't we be smarter than
Yeah,
you
and
know?
they've been threatening to take away Facebook since about 2010, maybe. I remember seeing the Facebook post. Well, you want to sign the petition before they charge Facebook next month, starting in 2011. In 2023, I still haven't seen them charge me yet.
Oh,
So
they're gonna charge. Trust. Elon Musk just bought Twitter. Twitter's about to be like WeChat up in China. Oh, it's gonna be a monthly subscription, and Facebook's gonna follow, and Instagram's gonna follow. So is TikTok. So
I want some people still gonna be on Facebook then.
yeah, I mean, they'll probably still be on it because it's an outlet. It's a way to the rest of the world. Maybe $9 a month. It's gonna be something like how Netflix is, right? Because
I
Netflix, they
might
didn't charge a little bit,
I might be
or
going I might
if
be
they
going
did, it was
back.
a little.
I might be going back to Black Planet, WordPress, old school. You know what I mean?
Definitely Black Planet. Black Planet, I don't know if you've seen it. It's still popping. It's still good. Still owned by Black people, and it's changing over. So if anything, I would say definitely move over to Black-owned platforms like Black Planet. They are good.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? That's from when I started with back in the day.
Yes, yes.
Let me ask you. So, what's your how familiar are you with UX, the user experience, and also UI, user interface, and also have you used that in some of your projects?
UX, UI, I'm definitely a little bit familiar with it. Like I said, I have clients that I'm currently building an application, a mobile app for. So we have UX, UI designers. I've been able to, be on some projects with them as far as making sure that, the experience is good from an end user perspective, right? And when you're talking about user interface, I've dealt with that on a sense when I'm talking about as far as like my 9 to 5 as a network engineer. We deal with like the terminal. So a lot of like, I'm a voice engineer, so we deal with the terminal a lot, but also can create an actual user interface so it's more pretty. We have clickable buttons, it says save and cancel and all that good stuff. So, and even like taking surveys, because don't sleep on get paid surveys. They actually pay you to see how's the user, how's your experience, how's the interface, were you able to navigate this good, like through the whole at the process, or building a website or your application or whatever the case may be. You have to have someone that can test it and tell you their feedback on how their experience as an end user was. And was it easy for them to create an account? Was it easy for them to exit out of the game? And there's a lot of that, stuff on the blockchain as well, because the blockchain is so new. So you can literally get paid in crypto to just say, hey, I don't like this interface, or I don't like how, it didn't let me leave. This experience wasn't, you're just giving your experience, whether it's good or bad, or whether you have suggestions or not. So I'm not, a UX UI designer myself. I have dealt with like Figma or, a sketch or something like that. But I leave that to the professionals.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, man. That's interesting. Okay,
Yeah.
now that sounds great. Uh, how would you advise a small business owner like myself to attain a commercial building along with the space that has the capability to have, say, a data center or a lab inside? Because that's one of my future goals as well.
So as far as like a data center, one, you definitely want to make sure that it's in a place to where, because data centers mean that, you're going to have a bunch of computers, a bunch
Mhm.
of servers. So
Servers,
yeah,
yep,
so what you want
firewall.
is you want to have a place where it's cool. And a lot of data centers that I've been in, they've been in like basements, or they've been in, buildings that either on the, level or ground level floor, and it's away from like the sun, or away from like where a lot of heat sources at, because it generates its own heat already. So
Mhm.
you really want to be in a place to where, it's not only ergonomically, but the environment is friendly to run all of these processors, and it won't overheat and things and that such. That's number one, right?
Gotcha, gotcha.
um and it all depends on how many devices you're going to have. Like, how big of a data center do you want? Do you want, how many, servers are you going to have? Most of the time you probably just need a closet. You probably just need like, a little area to where it's cool. And like I said, it's like a little closet that you probably need. So, again, it's just depending on how big your infrastructure is, and how big you're trying to scale up. Because you want to also have room to where you can put more servers as your business grows.
Yeah, exactly. And I have a small team now of 10 people. So, I want to have a few Cisco routers, Cisco switches. We want to have a space for them to come in and do lab work to prepare for additional CCNP, CCIE certification.
Yes.
And also be able to rent the space out to different engineers because I had a chance to go to some of these different testing centers. That's where I got the idea from. When I was still my CCNA certification, when I was teaching at the college, see, I had to do that virtually to earn some of my instructor certifications over there. We were trying to build a program.
Yeah.
So, a lot of great, like I said, I'm very excited and proud of that experience because that allowed me, like I said, to build the Cisco program, allowed me to work with many different students. And also, we built a computer lab. That was our class project. I said, listen, we're going to set these devices just how we doing packet tracing. And you all going to actually build a classroom network connecting each switch to each
Yes,
switch
that is
using the right,
great
right cables
experience.
that went straight through a crossover. I'm gonna let them also crop the cables. Use the same
What?
standards that
Yes.
we been speaking about in class. Now we're gonna do it. We did in the packet trays. We put it on the board, but now guess what? I'm bringing all my tools out and start connecting. But what about this?
Yes.
Well, we just gonna do it again. That's gonna be great practice. You're gonna see what it's like to work inside a good old data center.
Yes, yes, that is very good, like skills to have. Like, that's very good experience to be able to, spin up a server, whether it's
Yeah.
a call
See?
manager server, or,
Uh-huh.
TFTP server, or a DHCP server,
Yep.
and really like connect devices to really send traffic. Like, if you can really open up, like, spin up a DHCP server and really allocate those IP addresses to end
Yeah.
devices,
Yeah.
like, that's,
Add
there you
those
go.
two.
You're a
That's it.
network engineer.
That's it. Then I'm a network engineer myself, and I want them to be very comfortable with like I said, configuring the router to switch. Adding a host name, IP address,
Yes.
those VLANs, those trunks that we mentioned earlier. Yeah, like I said,
Okay.
connecting those from one device to the next.
So what type of network engineer are you? Are you wireless, data,
Okay.
voice,
Well, all right. So
security?
now I'm working on I'm a security engineer. I'm working on the firewall team now. But like in the
Ooh.
past, yeah, I know, right? In the past, I've working layers 1 through 3. I've been more on install. But see, my contract before this one, all last year, I had a chance to travel. We would travel to different bases, military bases, doing a lot of
Mm,
installs, upgrading from, let's say, from Brocade to Juniper, Juniper to Cisco, doing
mm,
some coding and scripting upgrades. So that's why I got a chance to get to Alaska. I've been to upstate New York, Fort Drum. I've been to Montreal, Canada, Niagara Falls, Davis Mountain out in Tucson, Arizona. I've been
You've
around.
been everywhere.
I've been around. I've been to Anderson Air Force Base in Guam. Yeah, Guam was nice. It's over it's right next to Japan and almost towards the Philippines. But
Okay, then.
and and tell you what, when I'm going in October, I'm going to the motherland. I'm going to South Africa.
Oh, okay. That's where you get. I got another contract, or you just that's just a
Oh,
place you're gonna go.
no. That's just vacation. That's vacation.
Okay, okay.
I'm not. I'm gonna be working on me out there.
Oh, yes, yes. What part? What? East Africa, West, South?
South Africa, going to Johannesburg and Cape Town. So
Oh,
so
okay.
Cape Town. No, I'm sorry, Johannesburg is where Nelson Mandela lived. He was incarcerated there too.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
we don't
yeah.
get a chance to get a chance to visit all all those areas.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay. I'm coming with you.
man,
Okay.
come on, roll with me.
Yes, where's my tickets? Yes, I love it.
Oh,
I love
yeah,
it. See, I'm
yeah.
a voice
That's right.
engineer, so I deal
Okay,
with
so
only
you doing
VoIP communication.
collaboration?
Yes, yes, voice and video.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. I mean, you already one step ahead with CCNA. You might as well join me on the CCNP because I want to go the collaboration route myself.
Yes, so I am taking my CCNP. I just need it out my head. I just need to validate this knowledge with this cert because honestly, I wasn't going to get it because I'm already in CCNP, jobs. So like,
But no, you
you
know
know,
what? That's even better reason to go ahead and finish it off. Why not? You're already doing it.
yeah, yeah, I do it every day. So why not just
Yeah.
take the exam?
And I said the same exact thing. You might as well go all the way and go ahead and do the CCIE. Because you know what? I'll talk to another engineer by the name of Eddie Alvarez. Another guy you need to talk to. Uh,
Mm,
he just took the CCIE.
hmm.
And he said, it was an 8-hour exam. I'm talking about the lab portion.
Yeah, the lab.
Yeah, so it's a very tough exam, but well worth it. And you know what?
Yeah.
Speaking to him about how they take you through different scenarios about configuring the wireless for an organization, making sure the phone systems are working, all the way up to let's say resolving the outage for let's say a customer site, customer edge location, right? And I say, you know what? We like I remember working for the court system. We had to stay on the phone and call those guys. So guess what? You're gonna be one of those people who they call to resolve those issues. And
See, but I'm trying to get away from that. I'm
oh,
blockchain now. I create smart contracts.
mm, mm,
I don't want to do voice anymore. I'm on the decentralized end. I want to educate people on their digital assets and I want to help businesses implement smart contracts and blockchain technology into their company.
but
So
what if you do
I'll get the
both?
CCNP to just get it out my head and validate that, put it next to my CCNA over here. But
Mm,
that's it. That's it. I'm
you got
going over to blockchain. I'm a
listen, what you
blockchain
gotta
engineer
do.
now.
But I want you to do this, Jessica. I want you to get that CCNP, frame it, put it on the wall. How I got all mine up here. Put it on the wall. You need it. You should do it.
Yes, I
Why
will.
not?
I will.
I
I
mean,
will.
you're doing the work anyway. You know this stuff. Might as well.
Might as well.
I'm pretty sure. I'm sure everybody else I'm sure everybody else will probably agree.
Probably, probably. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it just again to validate my knowledge and actually put it there to say, I've accomplished this, but
Yeah,
I'm moving on.
that's
I'm
right.
moving on.
This part of your future novel, your future autobiography of your life. You know what I mean?
Yes, yes,
You
yes.
gotta think
Correct.
about it. And tell you that's be more inspiration that you can pass on,
Hmm.
more
That's
knowledge.
so
I mean,
true.
like I said, you can never have too much knowledge.
Sometimes too much knowledge could get into your ego and make you a little
But you
arrogant.
have control over that.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
You have
yeah.
control over that, see. Because you know what? I mean, I can get cocky too, but I choose not to.
True, true, true.
I choose to remain myself. You
Yeah, yeah.
know,
No, that's good.
I know I say this now. I know when to turn that switch on and off. I know
That's
when the time
good.
I know when the time to speak that, and sometimes you can relax. I know when it's time.
Good, good, good. That's so good.
Man, so 2023 is seem to be your year as well as mine. And pretty heavy in blockchain now. So what are some of the strategies that you plan to use more people to reach their goals, triple their income as well?
Well, my plan to help these folks to increase their income, well, triple their income, is to first teach them that, one, help them figure out themselves, right? In my boot
Yeah,
camp, the first thing we do is we deal with numerology. I say,
yeah,
listen, this numbers are true, right?
yeah,
Just like the
yeah.
stars are true. That's before all of this computer, all this technology stuff. What we did, how we paid attention was through the stars and through numbers, right?
Mhm.
So what we're gonna do is utilize our birth date, utilize our name, our birth given name, and to figure out at our core, who are we? Right? Because a lot of people they don't know. They may
Oh,
say, hey, I want to do this, but who they are, the inside is, something else. So what we do is we find that. So some people don't even know that, wow, I am pretty good at organizing things. Maybe I can be a project manager
they do.
or just whatever the case may be. They find themselves and they actually find a niche that they're happy with making money in, because there's money all around. Money literally grows on trees. It's paper.
It does. And you know
Like it's
what?
whatever, it's in your
I
mind.
found,
Like, so why not do what you want to do and actually like what you're doing while you're getting that paper?
yeah,
So that's what I teach everybody up front. And then once you're in your niche, we just start going. So if you want to be in project management, you want to be a software developer, you want to be an engineer of any type, maybe you're not into employment, you want to be an entrepreneur and get it how you live. Maybe you want to try to invest, maybe you're a trader, whatever you want to do. I am here to guide you. And I
uh,
don't know everything. I have resources, I have a network, and that's what I do for folks. I give them my network, I give them my resources.
see, and
What may work for me may not work for you.
mhm.
But
And I
one thing
think,
though is dedication.
thank you,
Dedication.
because you know what, I was speaking about this earlier too with a friend of mine. IT is
Yeah.
such a great field, a broad field. So many people want to get into it, but unfortunately, people weed themselves out because they don't want to study. They don't want to put in the work. In order to make those large salaries. But in order to do that, you have to always remain a student. You have to become a lifelong learner. All
That
right.
is correct.
Yeah,
You got to learn how to
yeah, yeah,
learn.
you have to be a lifelong learner. And people tend to weed themselves out because they don't make time to learn. But the way I approach that, that's always done, even teaching different students and also my group as well now. You have to treat it just like going to the gym. Okay, you have to go to the gym every day to be a muscle. Go gym, working that six pack, working that jump shot. This is not a one time thing. This is an ongoing process. And some of y'all may not realize it, but I had to go through the same process. It didn't come overnight for me either, but I stuck with it. You can't rush it. You have to just go through it. You can't go around it, go through it. You know,
Exactly.
that's it.
Listen, you have to. The hard work. The people are trying to
Hmm.
skip the hard work
Nah.
when that is where you get it. It's in the hard work.
Hmm.
Like
I
that's
mean, you literally had to go through some things. You had to go to a couple sites as network engineer and do some site upgrades and actually screw it up a few times and fix it. I had to do it. Okay, you got to
yes.
plug that cable to the wrong port one time. Ooh, oh, man, everybody going down. Nah, it's tough. It's a rough situation, but you had to go through that to learn. I've done it.
Yes, you
I've done it
do.
too. I mean, I'm not
What?
ashamed to say that. I mean,
Listen, adversity builds
yeah,
character.
yeah.
Okay.
You got to plug it into the wrong cable. You had to you had to set up a workstation the wrong way. I had to go back and fix it. Yeah, I had to go back, do it again. You got to go through that. You got to
Correct.
go through the thing of when you're doing everything right, and nobody's even acknowledging you. How do you handle
That
that? How do you handle that, Jessica? When you know you're doing a great job, but nobody seems to be acknowledging
honestly, that's just been my whole life, right? I've never been the type of kid or, growing up to where everyone's always acknowledging my good. My mom is actually, she's very spiritual. She's very holistic, So, I grew up with learning how to have self-love for myself and not validate that in anybody or anything. So just growing up, there was no need for validation. I validate myself. And thanks to my mother, who taught me self-love, So, just growing up, I've never really needed that validation, whether it was there or not there, because I'm gonna do what I want to do regardless, and I'm gonna make
You
myself
always
happy.
been, that determined to get it done no matter what.
Yes, 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 correct.
So,
But because I'm in control of my own life, so I can't
yeah,
blame anybody but myself for how my life,
I,
turns out.
I would
So I
say that
mean,
I
we're in
say
America.
I think I gained a better handle on that when I got in my mid-20s. I finally decided,
Mm-hmm.
that I was in control of what happens, and that I was gonna just stick with the job until it was done. I was gonna do well. Because I know eventually my time would come to get the notoriety, the promotions, and they came too. But until then,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna keep working, keep learning. And
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? And I said, I'm gonna simply enjoy the journey because I always say when I get to be an old man, sit on my front porch and brag on the things I've done. To all the young people. And so far, so good. I got a whole lot to talk about.
Yeah, 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 exactly. Correct.
So I mean, I don't have no regrets. I know
Good.
I can always get better. I don't have no regrets. I could live my life again. I'll live it the same way.
What? I tell
Yeah.
people that all the time. Like I would not go back in time and change
uh,
anything.
I
Everything was for a reason.
will.
I went through everything for a reason. And I would do it all again if I
Yeah,
had to. The same
absolutely.
way.
Absolutely. I'm trying to tell you. Man, so
Correct.
you want to stay on the blockchain side of the house. I mean, are there any other areas of IT that you think you want to learn and kind of get into? Would it be cloud computing? Would it be anything in cybersecurity? Let's say red hat, white hat testing. Any area, any mobile app development. Would you want to be an IT manager? Maybe manage some contracts. Anything?
Nope, 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 nope. Listen, IT is not my passion. It's not even my career.
Uh,
I am a
uh,
chef. Okay? I want to
okay.
cook food.
You want to
Okay?
cook? You want to cook?
So what all I'm doing is
I'm gonna
just a
let you cook.
bridge to the life I want to live, and that's what tech is doing.
All right.
So
Okay.
blockchain
I
has
respect
only this the only thing in tech that has just gave me life. So that's where I'm gonna stay for right now.
it.
But
Okay.
my passion, my core, what I want to die doing
Mm-hmm.
is food. It's
Mm.
food. It's food. I don't want to do cybersecurity. I don't want to do coding. I want to do none of that. I don't care about
Okay.
any of that.
I respect it. I respect it. You want to be like Patty LaBelle on the Food Network.
Yeah, exactly. Got my patty pies.
You want to be like Patty. Glad as night.
I am. See, my goal, I
Ooh,
would love to
I
have
love
like
it.
I would
I
love to
love
have
it
my
though.
own show on the Food Network.
I love
I
it.
would probably love to have like, something to where it's catered around you watching me cook, or maybe someone else, some other chef is coming and cooking, and I'm just, the production of it all or something. I don't know, but I'm going to get back to food.
Okay. And
I'm going to
you
get
know
back to
what?
food.
And I love it. I support it, and I'm here for it.
Thank you. Thank you.
When you set that channel up, make sure you let me know.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to blast it out. Right now, the universe has me on a mission, and that mission is to help as
Alright,
many Black people as I can
I
get
like it.
their money
Love
up.
it.
So
I
that's what I'm
love it.
doing right now. And then the
Okay.
universe is going to say, okay, you've done enough, child. Go over there and cook some more. Go
Yeah,
ahead, cook some food.
because I feel like everybody in the IT field, including myself, we're gonna eventually branch into other areas where to be cooking. I have a passion for teaching others too. I'm pretty fond of educating, coaching, sports too. Those different ways I want to go.
Yeah.
Being I have teaching experience under my belt now, I see myself, going the route again in the future too. So we all gonna bridge tech with with a lot of our interests. just like you
Yeah,
said.
yeah. And I mean, we still need people in tech like me cooking. I still need someone to do my websites. I still need,
Mm-hmm.
an app build. I still need tech stuff. So,
And you know
not
what?
everybody needs to leave tech. Like we need Black folks in
Yeah.
tech. Like,
But see,
please stay there.
the thing about it, see, we've already created some jobs.
Yes, we did.
We created some jobs through this. So
Hmm.
the bridge is still connected. I said bridge is only getting longer right now
And stronger.
and stronger. But see, you know what? And speaking of creating those jobs, with my goals, I want to create such a positive work environment because I want people to be excited to come work for me. I want them to know that they're gonna be valued, they can be heard. They're gonna have just a great opportunity in front of them. They're gonna learn new skills and improve their current skills too. And I just want to know that that's gonna build an even bigger and stronger organization. But what I want to say, I want to ask you is that what would be those red flags for our young people when they know that they should move on from a job? Because well, what I'm seeing now in the younger generation, they unfortunately tend to run by the first time they have a bad day at work. And I don't want them to take the attitude at all. You know, you have to learn how to overcome adversity. You have to have some thick skin no matter where you go. But what would be those red flags that show you that, you know what, maybe it's time to leave here. Maybe this season is up. What do you think?
My first red flag for me is when you cannot be who you are authentically,
Right, right.
right?
I agree.
So if you have to, like, for example, if you have to go into the office and you have to dress up and put like a white face on, then that's a red flag.
It
You
is.
should not have to, make your hair straight. You should not have to, cover up and put makeup on, or you should not have to, not voice an opinion because you're scared that you're you're angry Black person, right?
Token.
Like you should be able to literally be you authentically. Now, you authentically, you still need to be professional because we're in a corporate
Always.
setting, we're in a professional manner. So a lot of times young people think that they can still, be who they are on Instagram, who they are at work. And it's like,
Mm-mm.
no, you kind of got to
Mm-mm.
separate those lives,
You do.
right?
You definitely do. You absolutely do. You trying to be
Yes.
who you are when you're on Freestyle Friday on Monday morning. That
Yeah.
doesn't work anywhere. That don't even work.
But
That
you
don't even
have to
work. That don't even work while you working in Publix.
exactly, but that makes you think even deeper because now who I am on my free time seems to be, not who can grow. I seems to be, you're living in what they call your lower self. So why
Mm-hmm.
not change who you are behind closed doors so you can still be who you are no matter
Thank you.
what?
Thank you.
So still
Thank you.
walk into that light. And it's all about self-development. It's all about self-growth. Because again, you want to still be your authentic self, but we also want to be professional. And you want to be professional in all walks of life. I've learned from call centers and even tech that how like my first call center job, how you communicate is, you would say, hey, you want to have empathy for the person that's having an issue, and you want to assure them that you're actually going to help them resolve their issues. Now, I should be able to communicate that way with, let's say, if my mom is giving me, hackle about something. I can understand that you wanted me to do this and I didn't do it. So let's mitigate this issue, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you should be able to talk that way and troubleshoot that way and use critical thinking, not only in a call center job, but also with your family and friends. That helps you better communicate so you can better resolve issues and
Mm-hmm.
you can just have a better quality of life. Like,
Absolutely.
why be such this ignorant ghetto person, and then, you're able to be on call center and you're able to, resolve issues. So resolve issues in your own home, in your own life.
I
Use
agree.
that same tactic. Like,
Uh-huh.
it's all how you do one thing is how you do everything. That's my motto.
Yeah,
So yeah,
absolutely.
yeah,
Because as you can see, everybody is comfortable at the job. So like why wouldn't you be comfortable? So I would
exactly,
say those red flags, not being supported, not being your authentic self at the job, not having any opportunity to grow, and you walking into a toxic place that you dread to go to every day. That is a no-go. This is your life, your
exactly.
career, and it should be
Hmm.
enjoyable. You work too hard to be there. You work too hard to be there to not enjoy it. So please enjoy it.
That is correct.
So
Yes.
oh, now this is a good one. Give us some examples about how you've evolved since you entered the IT field. You know, comparing your younger self to your current self. You know what? And you know what? We're gonna stretch this a little bit further. Tell us how you've evolved since your 18-year-old self, since you got your first tattoo up to right now.
Ooh, ooh,
Yeah, let's stretch it out a little bit. So I mean,
woo.
I know how old are you now?
I am 32.
Okay, I'm 35. So how would you compare your 18-year-old self to your 32-year-old self?
I would say I've evolved in a way to where I can I would say my biggest thing was really just being open to different perspectives. And when I say different perspectives, as in, okay, again, I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, right? So we are raised on a certain culture. So as I've been able to be in tech and travel these different places, I see that, oh, okay, like there are different ways to do things, like there's different ways to skin a cat, right? Of course, growing up, I know as like, with parents as hustlers, I know, how to do more than one thing, but just branching out into like how I lived in Colorado, Denver, Colorado, like that was a whole nother world. How I
Yeah,
lived in Minneapolis, Minnesota, that was a whole nother world.
yes.
So I was able to really
Mm-hmm.
open my mind into different cultures,
Mm-hmm.
different perspectives, different people,
Man.
and really see like, really learn, I would say like the psychology of the mind and really be like, oh, okay, this is why certain things happen. And instead of me acting in an emotional way because I feel as though, this is what I've learned, this is what I grew up in, and this is what it should be, I'm more open to understanding that, oh, okay, just because I say as a 6 and you say as a 9, don't mean that we are wrong. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, I've
Mm-hmm.
been able to really see both
Open your
sides,
mind
like,
up.
see
Yeah,
the full picture. They say the forest from the trees, right?
yeah, yeah.
So
Exactly.
and I think that comes with like having wisdom, that comes with you learning
Experience.
stuff,
A
you going
lot,
through
lot of
things.
experience. You
Yeah,
know.
experience. So,
Yeah.
just that built from 18 up until now, like I've really learned to just, really be more at peace with things that I cannot control and really just change the life and live the life how I wanted to live without anybody, without me feeling any type of way, because I think that how I grew up is the way that it should be, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly say that living in different states just really helped, my mindset. It really helped me not put myself in a box. It really helped
Mm-hmm.
me think outside the box to where, wow, I can really do anything I want to do, no matter
Yeah.
how black I am, no matter how
Yeah.
nappy my hair is, no matter how
Right.
many tattoos I got. I can
Right.
do whatever I want
Mm-hmm.
to do.
Yes.
Nothing can stop me but myself.
Exactly. Thank you. That's it, man. Preach. Amen. And you know what? I want to answer that question. Comparing my 18-year-old self to my 35-year-old self. Just
Yeah.
like you, I become a lot more open-minded, knowing more who I am, being comfortable who I am. Not saying that I wasn't before, but I used to let a lot of other people's opinions affect me about what they think I should be doing, and I would try to mold that into what I want to do. I learned to forget about that and put myself first. All right, that I can do whatever it is I want to do and be great at it. And traveling has helped me see that too. Okay, and let me learn how to connect with different kinds of people, different background. Learning that I can see the world more than just the way that I see it, but seeing what's really out there and learn how to collab with those people. Same way as you said. Okay, so I would say just being more open minded and just doing it, just going forward and just grabbing all the opportunities that are in front of you. Right? Don't confine yourself to one thing. Open up. Try some new things that you never tried before. Go for it.
Take a chance, take risk.
Yeah.
I've learned too
I-
that risk equals reward.
Mhm. And with that risk alone, that allowed me to finally start my podcast. Allowed me to finally start my IT consultant. Because it was an idea for the last 6 years. It was an idea. But I was kind of scared to do it. Didn't want to jump all the way out there. I was scared of what bad could have happened, right? It not working
Hmm.
out. And I said, you know what? You're allowed to do this. You should do it. So only way you gonna ever know.
Yeah, yeah,
And you take
yeah,
this to the grave with you, you know that nobody's fault but yours.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. You
That's so
know,
true.
You know what I'm saying? You want to go, you want to end your journey using all the talent you had inside of you. You don't have to ever wonder about what if, because because you did it and it was good.
Exactly.
You
There's
know
no what ifs. I have no what ifs. I
what
literally
I'm
just
saying?
did it. And I'm like, okay, either
No.
wasn't a good idea or it was a good idea, but I did it. And I don't have any, like you said, regrets to where it's like, man, maybe I should have did this or maybe I should have did that. No, I did exactly what I wanted to do where I wanted to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Whether
Sure
that got
did.
me something bad or got me something
Uh-huh.
good, I made my own choice.
Yeah.
I took the risk.
And you know what? I compare it to sports all the time because because I grew up playing basketball, just a big basketball fanatic. And I see a lot of life lessons from things that my teachers and coaches told me all my life, especially by handling adversity. I see it coming to life.
Yeah.
Anytime you go out there, and you miss your first two shots. What they tell you, keep shooting. Then you start making them, and then the game get better. Life the same way.
Listen, Michael Jordan has missed more shots than what he's made, but
Life
we
the
only
same way.
celebrate the
Promise
ones that he's made.
you. You go out there and then too, we're talking about adversity. And you let the other team talk trash to you and get in your head, get you off your game. That's on you. And that's gonna hurt you and your team from winning the game. So we're
Yeah.
just relating to office politics. And you let those crazy people in your office get on your skin and get you off your game, you're gonna either not want to come there. Your job performance might slip. You might get written up, even worse, fired. That's gonna hurt you in the end. It's not gonna hurt them. So you gotta be stronger than that.
Yes, yes. You gotta have tough skin because
You gotta be stronger than
whether it's
that.
the people at work
Yeah,
or the people on the bus, like they're going to talk smack. Like
yeah.
you are going to have haters.
Oh
People
yeah,
are not going to like you
yeah.
for
And,
whatever
and, and
reason.
especially somebody like you and I. You out here managing teams. You're hiring people. You introduce blockchain. How many people know about blockchain? I did. I didn't know for the night. Heard of it. Didn't know what it was. But those skills alone make you stand out. So yeah, you have haters. They want to know how she know that. I don't know that. I've been in this field 20 years, and she coming here talking this blockchain stuff. Yeah, that's how people talk. that's,
I
that's,
love the haters. The haters are
that's how
just
people
fans
talk.
in
I've been
disguise.
here 20 years. Okay,
That's
20
all.
years, good for you. But guess what? I know something you don't know.
Yeah. The haters are good though, you know. You need haters. You
You
need
do.
people
And see,
to hate on you
the way
to
I look at
grow.
that, the way I look at that now, like I say, being comfortable in your skin, knowing that God created you the way He created you for a reason. Because guess what? You have haters because you're doing something great. These don't break into empty houses, do they?
Yes, yes,
They
yes,
don't, they don't, they
yes.
don't, they don't break into empty houses. They break where they know they get something. They know what all the valuables are.
Exactly. Exactly.
So they attacking you. They like, man, this girl smart. This girl, this girl owns Technically Speaking. They don't want you to know that they know that about you, but yeah, they know. They heard your podcast. They saw your YouTube channel. They just like they looked at your Facebook page without you knowing. So they know about you.
Yes.
So I'm saying that to say that let your light shine, baby. Just do it.
Yes, yes, yes,
All right.
sir.
So oh yeah, LinkedIn, one of my favorite sites as well. We use LinkedIn to connect a lot of top earning professionals at big companies like Forbes, Microsoft, Apple. So I like to surf there too to look for new talent, also to join my IT workshops. But how long should one candidate's profile be?
You
Like
said how long?
how long should it be? What skills do you think they should highlight? Would it be the skill they're looking for, jobs they're applying for? What do you think? Also,
I think
how do they stay relevant on LinkedIn to land those new jobs?
honestly, I like to treat LinkedIn like a professional social media, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
what are you doing in your
There you
professional
go.
life? And
There
that's
you
what you
go.
need to put on LinkedIn. So, if you want to be a software developer on your LinkedIn, you should be showcasing your portfolio and the things that you're learning. So, software development, you're learning the SDLC, method, or maybe you're learning Python, or maybe you're like, hey, this is what I've learned with while loops or for for loops, or maybe if you do want to be in blockchain, you're giving information about, this new blockchain company that just came out, or maybe this new crypto that you invested in, or maybe you're talking about white papers. It could be very granular, but it's social media, and you want to show what you are doing in your professional life, because people are, well, I would say recruiters are literally looking for people like you, people who are showcasing their skills, who are actually professionals, which means that they carry themselves in a more professional light. And they're looking for you. They're looking at your poster like, oh, I like that you shared the difference between while loops and for loops. So how about you work on this project with me? And they see that your resume probably doesn't have software development on there, but the fact that you've been posting for a month straight about the differences of these different codes and the caveats of commas and indents and semicolons, that already shows that you know what you're talking about. And that's all they care about is, can you do the job? Yeah. Not what you did 10 years ago. Who cares? What can you do now? Can you help me now?
Thank you.
Yes. I get a lot of jobs from LinkedIn because I showcase my skill sets. I showcase outbound call flow, inbound call flow. I showcase why it's important for a phone to connect to DHCP. I talk about IP helper addresses. I talk about the difference between distance, dynamic and static routes. Like, I talk about little things, and people come to me and say, oh, I like your knowledge on this topic. Let's talk more about becoming, whatever job they want me to be in. Like, one job, they found me and I was a systems engineer. And I'm like, I got on the job and I'm like, so I'm not doing anything networking? Like, yeah. I'm not, what's going on? Like, yeah, what?
I think you and I both got addicted to networking because, we spent so much time trying to get our Cisco certifications. So, like, you know what? Like, I'm going to do networking in some shape, form, or fashion. If I create an app, I'm going to tie it back to networking some kind of way.
Correct. Like, listen, but it's brain dumps. So brain dumps, put brain dumps on your LinkedIn. Like, really showcase your knowledge and people will come to you. Do hashtags Black women in tech, hashtag Black men in tech, hashtag Black in tech, because companies need to meet their quota of Black folks anyway. So you put in that hashtag, they can find you. They know where the token Black person at in tech.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
So
exactly. So
yes.
How do you feel that tech layoffs affect both men and women in this field? And also what are the best ways to overcome it?
There are always going to be layoffs, right? I mean, yes, we hear these big tech companies having these layoffs that they've never had before, but guess what? The same amount of jobs that's being lost, the same amount of jobs that's being, that needs to be filled. It's always a season, right? So don't get too affected, especially if you're the one that got laid off. I got laid off, right? I've been laid off a couple times. And guess what I do? I go back to the drawing board and I get a job. Like, it's not what social media makes it. Get off of social media. Get off of Instagram. Stop scrolling. Maybe if you actually utilize your phone, utilize your computer to upgrade your skill sets and to rub elbows with folks, then you wouldn't be worried about who's firing and who's hiring, right? Because you're making money regardless. So I think people put too much emphasis on these layoffs and stuff. I think really what you need to do is follow the money. And what the money means that you're following things that are in demand. So if you are laid off and you're like, whoa, how do I get back? You're looking to how do you put yourself in demand? So you grab these skill sets to have people look at you. Maybe it's time for you to look at machine learning. Maybe it is time for you to look at AI. Maybe you can utilize these AI things that's been coming out and make you some money. I don't know, but
speaking of that, that's what. Have you had a chance to look at AI yet? Have you been?
Oh, what? I use AI every day. Okay.
Oh yeah, I should know that, Miss Blockchain. What about Chat GPT? Did I get that right?
What? That's my best friend.
Oh, that's my best friend. That's your best friend.
Yes, AI. I love AI. I love machine learning. I love all tech because it makes life more convenient, and also we have the big, we have what we call, you can call it like a conspiracy theory, but you have the elites who's going to use these technologies in a way that's not so ethical, right? That's kind of against what you would use it for. So why not learn it and learn how to protect yourself against it? Because if your enemy is using it to mess with you, why not know what it is so you can combat that? Right. So, I mean, even if you're not going to use it for money, at least learn how to secure yourself, because I mean, they're using it on you to get into your vulnerabilities. So, yeah, I'm an advocate
Yep.
for it all.
So the best way is to, as you hear everybody, to our audience out there, best way is to keep yourself relevant in the market and to overcome layoffs. Always upskill yourself. Be a lifelong learner. Learn different areas, whether it be cybersecurity, GPT, learning firewall technologies, learning artificial intelligence, learning cloud technology. I recommend learning cloud heavily because I'm seeing it there on the job using different AWS systems, learning Azure security because cloud is everywhere now.
Azure's everywhere.
Yes, everywhere. All of our organizations are actually doing it. So you need to learn it because that's where you're gonna make yourself valuable, more diverse. You're gonna upskill yourself. So you want to answer so many ways you can go. Pick up some of these side hustles we mentioned tonight, and I'm gonna pick up some from creating more mobile app, web design projects too, web scraping. You learned the skill from Miss Jessica tonight as well.
Yes, yes, yes.
That was an awesome tidbit there. So tell you
Thank you.
what I'd like to say tonight as we get ready to end. Um, I know that you want to get your food truck and your cooking channel growing. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Oh, 5 years. Okay,
Yeah.
so within 5 years, I see myself definitely not in doing the infrastructure part. I definitely see myself utilizing blockchain to help bigger companies, whether I'm the one that's actually doing some of the legwork with, building certain, systems out, or I have a team to do that, but I'm heavily in blockchain. That's definitely my 5 year goal. Now, as far as my cooking, I have a little things, cooking up, if I can say. I don't want to put too much out there as far as, what I am and not going to do, but I know for sure that in 5 years, I want to branch myself from doing a little more of this heavy work in tech. So, other people can, add in their skills and do it too. And then I'm starting to bring in my food stuff on the back end. So
Okay.
that's my 5 years.
Okay. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Within my next 5 years, I see myself, staying technical. I want to grow my podcast to be more on a larger scale, to hopefully have my own TV and radio segments. Also, too, I want to grow my company, Right Now Networks. I want to create some more job opportunities here and starting in the Montgomery, Alabama area, expanding to different parts of the world where, whether work remotely, California, Vegas, Alaska, different places I travel to, and create some, earn some government contracts. And as a network engineer jobs, I said that's one of my favorite, my niche. Creating some Linux server, Linux admin jobs, cloud computing, bring blockchain and artificial intelligence here to Montgomery. Cisco DevNet has been on my mind for a minute. Network automation. So
Yes,
like I said,
definitely.
that's
Definitely
another
get into
area.
automation, because
Yeah.
in my job right now, we are automating our how we do MACD. So I think that you should definitely get into automation. Most of our stuff is automated. We don't even do things manually as far as like adding new hires or terminating new hires or, access permission. Like all that is just automated. And, that's something that we pride ourselves on. That we're like, oh, we're an innovative company. So if you learn that, oh man, you'll have people banging on you like, please help me automate my network.
Yeah. And that's what I want. That's what I want to happen.
I'm telling you, that's where it's at. Automating networks. That's the money.
Yes. Uh, so let's see. In and out tonight. Thank you for a great interview. But
Thank you.
leave our audience with one piece of wisdom to, that will help new IT professionals grow in this field and to help current professionals grow as well. Leave us all with one piece of wisdom.
I would say, you are your biggest enemy. Okay? Just know that anything that you want to do, the only person who can stop you is you. The only person who can talk you down is you. The
Yeah.
only person, the only thing that can really like, oh, I'm in debt, or oh, I can't get this job, or whatever the case may be, it's all you. You are really your biggest enemy. So you really have to really like chill and do whatever you need to do for yourself. Because honestly, no matter I've dealt with a lot of people, a lot of different industries. I've dealt with old people, young people, like, people that are different cultures, different races, different genders. And one thing that everyone has in common is mental. They will
Yes.
literally stop themselves from even trying.
Fear.
And that's the first thing.
It's all fear. I'm telling you, it's fear.
Yes, yes, yes. And sometimes it is fear, and sometimes it's just you just do not have, that layer of information to where you just know where to know where to go, and it's just like overwhelming, or it's just like, I don't know. It's ignorance, right? But it's ignorance because you're not going to go get that information. The internet, the phone, it has everything. This is the AI for you. There should be no reason you don't know anything. You should be a rocket scientist because
Should.
you have this
You
phone.
should. You should be.
Like, we should all be on Bill Gates level. We should all be Warren Buffett because we
I
have this
agree.
phone.
I agree. I feel like that we should be thirsty for that knowledge. Just be a walking textbook.
We should be thirsty to change our lives. We should be thirsty to do what we want, to live the life we want to live.
Mhm.
Who says that you have to work a 9 to 5 and only be off on Mondays, on Saturdays and Sundays? Who said you had to live that life? Who said that you had to really go out and pay a card note? Who said that you had to pay $200 for a phone? Who said that? You know what I'm saying? Like, who said you had to do all these things? There's people right now that's driving cars with no license, without a license plate. They're living their lives how they want to live it. Who said that you need any of this?
You know
You did.
anyone? You know anyone with a self-driving car yet? Have you seen it?
Have I seen a self-driving car?
Yeah. Have you seen about it with one?
Yes, my goal is a tessie, okay? I'm trying to be that bestie in a tessie. All right. That's how I
The
know that
Tesla.
I've made it in life. When I go and get me my Tesla paid off, right? Drop a bag and it drives me home, you know? And
Wow.
then what I may do is I may, play around with the software and figure it out because I know a little bit of C++ and a little bit of, data organizing. So I'll probably play around with the code and see if I could hack into a Tesla and do some things.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
That man, that's amazing. That's interesting. It
Because it's so interesting. Isn't it so
is.
interesting?
It is. It really is, though. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah. I need to hack into this thing.
man, man, Jessica, man, I sure appreciate your time tonight. Let them know what time is it again? What time is it?
It's right now.
Right now. There we go. Right now. You on Right Now
Yeah.
Radio, wrapping up episode 6. And this is going to air on Sunday, March 26th, 2 p.m. Central Time on all channels. As you all know, we're on Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and we're on Google Podcasts and Apple Podcasts and Radio Public. So check us out on all platforms, spread the word, and I'll get those links to you. And also leave your YouTube channel right here in the chat for us.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Let me get that for you
Yeah,
here.
yeah. Go ahead and there's
YouTube.
mine too, by the way.
Yes, let me go ahead and search. Let me my dashboard. And let's copy.
Yeah.
And oh, hold on, maybe not. All right. And I'm gonna put it in the chat here, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hold on. I don't think this is the right link. This should be the right link. I'm gonna send it. There we go. Let me copy yours as
Oh,
well
here we go. Hold on. Let's see what we got here.
and put that here. Cool beans.
Just wait on this thing to load here, okay? Boom. I got you right here. There we go. Okay.
Perfect.
I got you. Man, thank you again. Let me go and start the recording right here.